Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on HTML form elements, and right now we'll be discussing about the HTML form output element. The output element represents the result of a calculation, like one performed by a script. So for example right here, this code right here perform a calculation and show the result in an output element. So I'm going to show you how it works. I have a code I've already wrote here so that it can clean, because if I say I use this one for you guys, it's going to look rough. So that's why I rearranged it. So I rearranged it to this. So I'm going to show you how it looks in our browser. This is how it looks now. So as you can see, this one is a range. This is our range. So anytime you are dragging this range, the output is going to display at this place. So let me arrange it much better so you can understand what's going on. Let's say answer. This is our answer, right? Let me just break this one also so you can be able to see what I'm trying to show you guys here. I like when my code is clean, at least, so for you guys to understand what I'm doing clearly. So I break it so you can be able to see what is going on here. Now this is our range. This is going to be our counter and this is going to be our answer. So when we range from 0, okay, you see our answer is 0, and when we range from 0 to 100, our answer is 100, right? When we now count this, 8 power 1, can you see, by 2, then decrease it. Can you see, this is going to start counting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 2, you are going to see it's going to be plus 2. This is going to be plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You understand what I'm talking about? Let's say for instance now we give our range 50. So this range right here is going to start from 50. That is the meaning. So that means this is going to be the beginning, the starting point. Our range start our starting point. So this is where it's going to start from. So the range is going to start from so any value we specify inside our input right here is where the range is going to start from. As you can see, when we start from 0, our range is going to start counting from 0 up to 100, and when we start from 1, our range is going to start from 1. So as you can see, the answer is displaying right here. So that's just what I want to show you guys. I don't want to get too long about on this one. Anwar akorede ayofe is my name. But before I go, I want to show you our chapter summary so far. We've discussed about HTML form elements. We've discussed about the HTML form element. We've discussed about input element. We've discussed about text area element, label element, fit set element, legend element, select element, opt group element. We haven't discussed about it. We will discuss about it in our next tutorial. And option element, we have discussed about it. Button element, we have discussed about it. Data list and output element, we have discussed about it all. The form element defines an HTML form element for user input. The input element defines an input control. The text area defines a multi-line input control text area. The label defines a label for an input element. Fit sets groups related element in a form. Legend element defines a caption for a fit set element. Select element defines a drop-down list. Out group element, we haven't discussed about it, but it defines a group of related options in the drop-down list. The option element defines an option in the drop-down list. Button element defines a clickable button. Data list element specifies a list of predefined options for input controls. Output element defines the result of a calculation. So we have discussed about a lot of things right here, but only the opt group element that we haven't discussed about yet. So in our next tutorial, we are going to discuss about that. So I want you to practice this, because practice makes perfect. And I want you to note one thing right here. This output element, the name right here is very important there if you want it to work. And also the output element right here is working along with the on input element, on input attribute that is up here in our form opening tag. If you don't have this on input right here, it's not going to work with it. So in future tutorial, we're still going to be discussing about it, because this range element, we just talked about it right now, we haven't discussed about it. But in our full list of HTML input element, we are going to discuss about all the different types of input that you can have in your input element. So as you can see, we have this is range, input type of range, and this is input type of number. So I want you to try and practice, because practice makes perfect. And while akorede is my name, have a great day. Thank you so much. Until